I think it's time for a little garden update and a polytunnel update. I know lots of you have been planting things out. So I've been planting things out too. So let's see if we're on the same page and do it together. All the tomatoes are out. I'm so pleased about that. These are all the indeterminate tomatoes, which means they're vine growing tomatoes. They grow up, you have to support them, and also you have to nip out, we don't have to, but you can nip out little side shoots. I'll show you that. It's a little side shoot just coming through. Pop them out, puts all the growth into the vine and makes it grow up and give you gorgeous tasty tomatoes. Indeterminate, that means. And these are the melons, and they are not being eaten by the slugs. Really pleased about that, fingers crossed. I do keep topping up the slug pellets just in case. So that's anise melon. These are cucumbers, Wisconsin cucumbers. They're smaller cucumbers. They're okay though. I thought I'd bought the bigger ones, but I haven't. And they've got some fruits on already. Let me try and find one for you. Hang on. I know you're here. There you are. There you are. My first little cucumber. I think there's another one tucked away there somewhere, but that is a very good start. The iceberg lettuce in these drawers, fantastic. Very pleased. I try not to grow too much lettuce because lettuce is really easy to grow and then you end up with a lot of it. Another drawer of iceberg lettuce. I shall have some of that for my dinner tonight. One celery was left. I lost all the others in the heat of May. I have one. I'm going to look after it and do what I need to do on that. The radishes and the spring onions, some, like this one, have bolted. I just pull them ones out. You can't win them all. Pull out the bolted ones. Yeah, they're starting to flower. It's the extremes of the heat and then the heat in here and then the chilliness of the evening. I don't like it. Some more lettuce. I didn't write the name of this one down. No, didn't do it. Not an iceberg, a different sort of lettuce, but doing very, very well. In here I've put a load more spring onions and they're just about coming up. I do like spring onions. Ouch, that was my knee. I just bashed my knee. Okay, these are loads more radishes that I've put in this drawer. They're coming up lovely. Some more spring onions, some more radishes that don't look as healthy as those ones, but they'll be fine. And some rocket, which is taking its time to come up. A couple of little cuttings I've done. Hopefully, I think that's a rockery type plant, but hopefully they will come up and get bigger. The asparagus is coming along lovely. I'm doing it the long way from seed. I shall plant these out when they're a bit bigger and then next year into the ground and see where we are on that one. I've got some Bellis perennis flower seeds and they're not very big, but I've repotted them on. I should just scatter them about the garden when they're a bit bigger. I've got some watermelon which will go out very soon outside. They spread out a lot. Some random tree that I can't bear to get rid of. Over here we have got chili peppers doing really lovely. That's a chili pepper, cayenne, super Fresno, and that's a chili pepper. And we have a normal pepper, a yellow one and a red one and a green one. I did far too many last year. I'm not going to do loads this year because one plant can give you a lot of peppers and chilies. These are the determinate tomatoes, meaning they will just bush. You don't need to prick out the side shoots. They will just bush up, do their own thing. So all along here are the determinate. What are they? They are called Magnolian microdwarf. So microdwarfs are all determinate. And I have a tiny tiger as well that's a determinate. Goes into a bush. And then some blue zebras, which are indeterminate, but they're dwarf indeterminate. And this was a rogue tomato plant that I kept. Found it growing in a random pot, so I'm going to see how that turns out. It's hot in here now. Let's check the temperature. Yep, nearly 45. And the grapevine, it's just got a mind of its own. I do chop it back every now and again, because if I didn't, it would just cover the polytunnel, literally cover it, which, you know, some people might like, but I need to grow other things. But as you can see here, we've got a lot of lovely grapes coming. And these here are my 2 Mother's Day roses the kids bought me for Mother's Day. And they're doing lovely, doing lovely. They'll take this year to get stronger. Next year I can put them outside. The garlic bed is coming along very well. I dig out the rogue sunflower that was growing here, and put it in a pot and have put it on the patio. I'll show you the patio plants. It's doing very well. It was very sad when I dug it out, but it's picked up. My beans, I'm being attacked by flies. If you could see me waving about, it's because I'm being attacked by a fly. The beans, they look very healthy, very pleased with those. Monge too. Very pleased with how they're doing. A nice borage there. Didn't plant it, it grew on its own. Oh, there's another one there. But the beetroot is coming along great, and I do love beetroot. Also, the French beans, they have found their feet. They looked ever so sad when I put them out. They were sulking, but now they've found their feet and they're beginning to climb up the trellis, and that's both sides. So hopefully it'll go all over the trellis. That's my way of thinking. I've got some more beetroot here with some random garlic. I put random garlic everywhere. It helps with bugs and slugs. It helps. And these are the squash that I planted the other week. They look a little bit sorry for themselves, but they've not died. The slugs haven't got to them. And I'll give them another water later, although it poured down last night. And we'll see how they get on. And they will grow over this trellis. That's how I envisaged it. Ah! The cat just walked on my garden. These are the leeks that I planted with the puddle method the other day, and they all look good. They look very good. The downpour last night really helped. The carrots, pleased with them. I think more will come up, but the fact I've got some come up is good. Always count your blessings. Oh, off. Oh, there you go. The onions, I pulled out the ones that are bolted. I've got to stop a minute. Big apologies there. My cat decided to play with the leeks and she actually pulled one out. Okay. So where I had to pull some onions out, I've planted in their place some spinach in the gaps. I do eat spinach, or we do, but I mainly grow them for the chickens as well. The potatoes, they're coming up great. I'm mounding up the potatoes with straw, not soil this year. I'm waiting for some more straw to arrive. It's not straw actually, it's hay. And then I shall put them a little bit higher around the stems of the potatoes. We definitely need it. And use straw instead of soil. That's what I'm going to do this year. And I've put bark all around it as well, which helps me with the weeding. And it looks nicer too. Right, let's go over here. I have kohlrabi and beetroot growing here, and also an artichoke. I've never grown an artichoke before. I do believe they get very big. I've also got one growing in a pot, a big pot on the patio. which I will show you. And the fennel's doing what fennel does, and cats do what cats do. Hello, darling. Hello, my darling. Hello. That's them. These are yellow bush squash. They spread out, and they're going to spread out here, and I've given them a bit of room so they can hang over the side if they want to. Here are the runner beans along with some sweet pea, and they're alive and they're doing okay. I think they're getting over their sulking stage and they're finding their feet. Yes, they are. Look, there he goes. He wants to grow. That's good. And I just put some extra flowers in here because I had a lot. Some cosmos, some zinnia, and I put the same over here so it matches. Oh, that one's coming out. Brilliant. Some people's cosmos are really blooming now. Mine are a little bit later, but that's okay. I know they'll be all right. And I think these are, no, they're not zinnias. Sorry, they're teddy bear sunflowers. So they're not very tall, but they will look lovely there. Come on, come on. Go on, away with you. Go on. The cornflowers are coming up lovely, along with the zinnias that I've put in there, and some cosmos, and some teddy bear sunflowers. And the chickens keep looking in here like they want to get in and eat it, and they would if they could. That's why I've put this round. We've done the hedge. I've cleared away a lot of space and put a lot of cosmos, zinnia, sunflowers, gypsophia. What was the other one? And some other little ones in here. It poured hard last night, so I'm hoping that they will grow lovely. They're getting the sun today. I'm very pleased. Just going to keep it weeded and keep the cats off, who are trying to get on it. Constant battle. Spare flowers that I've had left, cosmos and some ranunculus actually, I think, yeah, and ivy and some zinnias I've put into this flower bed. The Welsh poppies are still blooming. So in this spare basket that I found, I put some nasturtium seeds in there. So I'm just waiting for them to come up. A very, very cheap way of making a hanging basket. A little bit of leftover ivy. Wait for them to come up and they'll look gorgeous too. Take you down here. This needs a tiny tidy up. This is the wood barn garden. And this rose is, I just have to point it out, it is beautiful. Look at that. And the scent, if you could smell it. Really, really, really gorgeous. So I keep that pruned, deadhead it down to the 5th leaf, with which I will show you how I do that. That makes more blooms come. Some lovely flowers here, lovely bushes, some more roses. So the wood barn garden. It's a tongue twister that for me. Wood barn garden is coming along. Lots of strawberries. I mean, lots of them. I thinned these out at the beginning of the year, and I also cut them right down to the crown, and it's really worked. It's really worked well. I have to get to them before the slugs do, so I check them daily. They just need to ripen up in the sun. I'm very, very, very pleased with them. Lots of strawberries. Got the straw around the bottom of them to deter slugs and keep in moisture. Red currant bush, she's looking good, another she. Fig tree or fig bush, no flowers, but she's young. She's young. Black currant bush, very pleased. with my peach tree. I thought I'd lost it. I chomped it right down. In another video you'll see that. But she's looking like she's come back with a vigour. So fingers crossed on that. I won't have any peaches, I know that, but the fact that she's alive means everything. I've got some blueberry bushes here, and they look very well, and these are all raspberry bushes all around here. I've got golden ones and red ones. So the golden ones come out autumn, the red ones come out summertime. The apricot tree, very, very good. You're doing well, aren't you? Yes, you are. Another blueberry, plum tree, blueberry, and an apple tree. Over here we've got, it's fallen over, cranberry bush. I had a few last year. A pink lemonade blueberry bush. And this one I've forgotten what it is. What is it? Here we go. Here we go. Loganberry. Loganberry. And this is a black currant. And I have an apple tree. Blueberry. A cherry tree. I don't think I've lost it. I thought I'd lost it. I don't think I have. It's not going to do much this year, I know, I realise that. But yeah, let's just keep looking after it. Plum tree, a mini conference. So everything is looking as good as it can do. Very pleased. So that's my little update so far. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I would love to see your gardens and you tell me about your gardens. That would be great. See if we're on the same page. Brilliant.